Over the last few months, there have been hundreds of viral videos that show how you can find cheap flights on Google to save hundreds of dollars. In this video, we are going to show you just exactly how you too can save money when booking your next flight, as well as extra travel tips to score big on free flights. Let's get started. The Google Flights trick is simple, but does require some flexibility in terms of where and when you're willing to travel. Being that I'm an international student, I was planning on going home to see my family for Thanksgiving. When I saw this trick, I hoped that this tip could save me some money despite being locked into a specific weekend. Here's how the feature works. Step 1. Open up your browser and type in Google Flights. You'll want to click on the very first result on the page, which will bring you to a page that lets you choose where you're departing from, your destination, and dates of travel. Step 2. Select your departure city. Since I live in Germany but I'm going home to the USA, I selected Berlin as my departure location. This next move is very important, and the whole reason why this trick works. You'll want to leave the destination field blank. This will prompt Google Flights to search for the most affordable places it can find based on the date range you'll give in the next step. For this step, Google may automatically fill in some dates, but you can ignore them. Step 3. Click on the map below the departure, destination, and date fields. This will bring you to a page listing some flight options and prices. You'll also notice that the date field was auto-filled to show results for a random one-week trip in the next 6 months. You can click on that field to adjust the time frame for a trip that works better for you. You may choose to search for trips for a weekend, 1 week or 2 weeks in any of the 12 months. Or you can also search for trips based on specific dates, but this may not populate as affordable results. I tested this out by finding flights for a 1-week trip in November departing from Berlin, and many of the options I received were round-trip flights for under $600. One flight option it gave me was a round trip to New York for $403, which is an incredible steal. Another choice was a round trip, non-stop flight to Chicago for $468, which is very close to my home. Some TikTokers who posted about this trick have shown themselves finding flights to Cancun for $270 and Las Vegas for $94. You can also click and drag the map to other parts of the world to view plane ticket prices for other countries. Who is this feature best for? This search hack requires you to be flexible with your destination and the dates you're willing to travel. So, if you only have very specific time frames you can travel to, or you're already set on some destinations, you may not be able to make the most of this travel tip. For all my fellow international students looking to travel anywhere on a tight budget, this travel hack is perfect. For instance, I was already set on traveling during Thanksgiving. However, holiday weekends come with higher airfare prices. If I was more flexible with the weekend I'd like to travel, I'd stand a better chance of scoring cheaper tickets. What are some other ways to save money on travel? If you're unable to use this Google Flights feature to save significant money on your airfare, there are still some other ways to save as much as possible on your trip as a whole. Here is my favorite money-saving tip of all time that has helped me get multiple flights for completely free. Book with points and miles. Using any points and miles you've accumulated is probably the best way to save money on traveling, since you can significantly reduce your out-of-pocket costs for flights and accommodations. This is especially true when flights and accommodations are more expensive, like a last-minute trip during a holiday weekend. The bulk of points and miles are often earned through the welcome bonus, which usually involves spending a certain amount of money in a certain time frame from account opening. A word of caution, though, you'll want to avoid spending so much that you can't afford to pay off the balance in full each month. This is because carrying a balance will result in interest charges, essentially making your purchases even more expensive. That being said, you'll want to choose a card with a welcome bonus spending threshold that matches what you can comfortably afford and your spending habits. For instance, the Chase Sapphire Preferred lets you earn 60,000 bonus points after you spend $4,000 on purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. That's $900 toward travel when you redeem through Chase Travel. As of this moment, there is also an additional $300 travel credit they are giving to new members. I'll attach a link in the description below. If you really want to maximize points that you earn on your credit card, transferring points out to specific airlines at the right moment can help you 2x and even sometimes 5x the amount of points you have to spend. Be sure to watch out for deals when they are announced by your membership airlines. The TikTok famous Google Flights trick has the potential to score you some serious savings on airfare, but only if you're able to be flexible in both the destination and timing of your travel. If this year's travel plans don't allow you to be that flexible, there are still other tactics you can try to save money. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so we can continue making content for you. See you next time.